games this season for Tyler. He's made 19 starts. Grauer, a 10-game winner in the American Association, and also voted the Rookie Pitcher of the Year in the American Association. So Tyler Grauer, no pressure, right, for the kid. Must win. Go out there and give yourself a chance to win a game. He'll be to the battery again tonight. Tyler Grauer on the hill. Catching him is Christian Correa. DHing for the Red Hawk tonight. Red Hawks is Drew Ward. And for those of us, you never want to see a player be injured. Murphy out, obviously, for the rest of this season with a pretty bad, severe leg injury. Surgery went well. Max Murphy also named Player of the Year this week in the American Association, but the Goldeyes without Max the rest of the way. So here we go. Reggie Pruitt Jr. is in. Home plate. The first pitch of the game tonight is a ball low, and we are underway at Newman. 6:36, the first pitch, a cool 73 degrees at game time. Feels even a little cooler than that, but 73, the game time temperature tonight. Grauer's pitch on the way, a swing and a miss, and the count is even at 1-1 strike. A 1-1 strike on Reggie Pruitt Jr. We'll get those umpires to you here in a second. So Tyler Grauer, as we mentioned, two 10-game winners going at each other tonight. Grauer for the Red Hawks, Ramirez for Winnipeg, as Tyler misses high. Your umpires brought to you by Onstad Twitchell, Your Life, Your Law Firm, with offices in West Fargo, North Dakota, in Hillsboro, and in Castleton. Mayhew Edwards calling balls and strikes tonight. So Mayhew Edwards behind the plate, Tom Swoboda at first base, and Neil Turner at third. Grauer fires outside, and it's 3-1 strike on Reggie Pruitt. I'd imagine the butterflies and everything churning through the young lefty. Tyler Grauer wants to come out here, have a quick inning, get the bats going for Fargo Moorhead, and try to at least dictate and set the tone in game number 2. But baseball is a marathon, not a sprint. A 3-1 pitch is hit in the air, right side of the infield. Drifting into foul ground is Manny Bosca. Now near the fence line. Manny's got it, and he's caught actually by Peter Maris. So Manny caught the ball, Maris caught Manny, and there's one out here in the top of the first. That's a good way to come back for the lefty Tyler Grauer. Manny Boscan, again, the Red Hawks well documented, and not just Fargo Moorhead, a number of guys that run through visa issues sometimes can't make that trip across the border and back. And the Red Hawks did not have Manny's services on Wednesday, nor did they have Reimer Liriano's services available on Wednesday. But Manny's starting tonight, and Liriano certainly available to go tonight if need be. Here's Ian Sagdahl, and a little breaking pitch left high for a ball on Ian. Well, Sagdahl batting .317 on the year, 118 hits on the season. A good year for Sagdahl. 70 runs, had 29 doubles, a triple, and 6 home runs. Now, Winnipeg does feature a few left-handed batters, as the front door breaking pitch is in there for a strike. The left-handed batters, Sagdahl a straight lefty, Ryan Smith a straight lefty, and David Washington, well, David's now back to switch hitting. 1-1 strike on Sagdahl. The Red Hawks do shift him to pull a bit as Sagdahl takes a strike at the knees. Now, one thing Tyler Grauer's been able to do this year, and that led to the 10 wins, and had a good start against Kansas City in his last start. And then the Monarchs were just able to start barreling the ball up midway through that game. But one thing Tyler Grauer has had this season has been command. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Breaking pitch pulled into right field. Coming on is Silviano. Little drop in front for a base hit. And the first hit of the game by Ian Sagdahl of Winnipeg. 1-out single. That'll bring up Raul Navarro. With a healthy Murphy, obviously, in the lineup when Max was prior to his injury Wednesday, Navarro was the steady man at the top of the order. Now without Murphy, and Navarro goes to the 3-hole. Pruitt Jr. goes to the top. Reggie Pruitt Jr. was batting near the 8-hole in that area for Rick Forney. But Reggie Pruitt Jr. again assuming that leadoff spot as Navarro takes a cold strike. Raul Navarro Wednesday night was 1 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored. The lefty Grauer. The Red Hawks did turn a double play Wednesday night. Winnipeg had a couple of those on Wednesday. The pitch is a fastball a little bit down and in. Count is even, 1 ball and 1 strike on Navarro. An all-star, named to that postseason all-star team for good reason. When you look at what Navarro did this year, he hit .335, had 124 hits, scored 75 runs, clubbed 24 doubles, drove in 51 runs on the season. Dangerous hitter here as the changeup is in for a strike. And Grauer's ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes on Raul Navarro. Outfield straight away. The field in just immaculate condition, trimmed up nicely here for this playoff game. 1-2 pitch is belted foul up towards the general admission section. Bounces around there. Again, the Red Hawks starting Alec Oland in left field. Oland, Alexander, and Silviano in the outfield left to right. Pena, Dexter, Maris, and Boscott around the infield. Keep our eye on Ian Sagdahl, held on at first by Manny Boscott. Grauer ahead of the right-handed batting Navarro, 1-2. The pitch, lifted foul back our way. That's into the suites, out of the suites, into the stands, and a catch. There you go. Dad had his hands on it, and then it rolled off Dad's hands into Mom's hands, and you got children next to you, and the ball eventually ends up in a child's hands. I will say it again. Best fielding fans in the American Association. 1-2 the count. 1 away, just underway tonight from Newman. The pitch is knuckled towards second. Maris has it. The play will be to go to first, which he does to get the out. And on to second base goes Ian Sagdahl. And had a little massé on that one off the bat of Raul Navarro. And here's big old David Washington. 30 home runs on the year for Washington. You remember, when Murphy and Washington with that combo platter in that 3-4 hole. Think about those two guys back to back. And, we talk so much about Red Hawks fans, what they get to see every day in that 3-4 spot, Ward and Pena. Think of Winnipeg, and now obviously, unfortunately, without Max Murphy, but Murphy and Washington combined for 61 home runs this year. 61 in an American Association season. The pitch, good change in there for a strike. Will the elements be in play? Well, earlier today there was a slight breeze. The field feels like it's going to play big tonight. Cooler conditions. There is a slight breeze blowing in from left center, but right now virtually calm winds at the ballpark. So a man on second is Sagdahl. 0-1 the count on Washington. The look back by Grauer. And the lefty's leg kick and pitch. Breaking pitch low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Washington in game 1 of the postseason. Struck out a couple of times. Of course, the Red Hawks, by the time Kevin McGovern had a short outing, one of those rare short outings Wednesday, and Fargo Moorhead just reeled in arm after arm after arm in the bullpen. So a number of these Goldeyes on Wednesday night faced 3 or 4 different pitches in Wednesday night's game. Washington struck out a couple of times. There's a pitch soft away. 2 balls and 1 strike on David. He was 0 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI. We talked about it in game 1. Every pitch, every half inning, every time there's a runner on in the playoffs, everything gets magnified as it should be. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Boy, Grauer, good movement on that one. Sunk that one down and away, and the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rick Forney, longtime manager of the Winnipeg Goldeyes at third base coaching box. Chris Coast and Kevin McGovern, his pitching coach, in that perch in the Red Hawks dugout. Anthony Renz, and what a job he, too, has done this year, as acknowledged by Chris Coast in the pregame. The look back, and the 2-2 pitch is hit foul off to the right. Another Falcon Tire foul ball. All season long, those Falcon Tires available at many great places across the region, like Westside Tire Repair in Warroad, Minnesota. You can get the Falcon Tires at Valley Repair in Moorhead, Minnesota, and also all Corwin dealerships in Fargo. Now Washington hanging in there with Tyler Grauer. Grauer trying to find that put-away pitch here at the top of the first. His eye on Sagdahl, and now the spinning move to second, and Sagdahl back of the bag. Busy part. There's an NDSU soccer game going on over there at Dakota Field. You got playoff professional baseball here at Newman Outdoor Field. Correa setting up away as Grauer looks back to second. And the 2-2 pitch to Washington in the dirt, blocked nicely by Correa. And now Correa fires down to second. And Christian Correa, that type of catcher, he'll throw to second, third, first, back to second. Well, 3-2 the count on David Washington. It was the Red Hawks that jumped out in front Wednesday night on a John Silviano home run in the second inning, but that big, crooked 5-run third is what hurt the Hawks on Wednesday night. Winnipeg never relinquished that lead. First base is open. Sagdahl and a one-out single pulled to right field, advanced to second on Navarro's ground out. And here we sit, 2 away, top of the first. Grauer with 125 2/3 innings pitched this season, 103 strikeouts, and just 32 walks. Washington, that open stance, wiggling at the plate, and now the payoff pitch. He walked him. That one sails away. Well, there are good walks, and there are not so good walks, and the Red Hawks have had the latter in the regular season down the stretch, and even part of Wednesday night, but I don't know if I would call that a bad walk per se. I'll let you know after Logan Hill bats here in the top of the first inning. That's one area where hindsight is 20/20. So here's Logan Hill. Hill batting .223 in the air. DH roll tonight, Logan. 13 doubles, a triple, 17 home runs, and 44 runs batted in. So Grauer versus Hill here in the top of the first. 2 on for the Goldeyes as Tyler delivers. Breaking pitch in the dirt, again blocked by Correa. Tyler kind of looking over to the Red Hawks dugout a bit. Tyler's pace is, even though Tyler is one of those meticulous guys, and the pace right now a little slower than we're used to seeing Tyler Grauer. Normally that young lefty, and that goes when he's in rhythm and flowing, it's ball back, here we go, let's go again. And you can tell that today's a little bit more like chess than it is checkers. As the lefty looks back at Sagdahl, Red Hawks playing Logan Hill to pull, and now another bluff move to second. So Tyler's working all of the action. Of course, we heard today on the vote from Major League Baseball and the committees that the amount of times you throw to a base, the shift rules that are going to be implemented, the time clock that's going to be implemented. Alexander is stepped into left center on Hill. Again, Red Hawks playing Hill to pull to the left side. The 1-0 pitch is low, ball 2. And all of a sudden, this top of the first inning is stretching out a bit, but one good out pitch here, and that could do it. And the Red Hawks trying to get out number 3. Pena back at third, off the line of step. Again, Dexter playing that pull spot at short. Boscon well off the line at first. And Grauer needs to come with a strike. He got Jacob Rhinesmith waiting on deck for Winnipeg. Threatening in the first inning. The pitch is a strike. Logan Hill taking all the way. The Red Hawks need to win tonight. We talked about that to force tomorrow night. If tomorrow night comes, we've got another match. Bracy Adamas for Winnipeg, Peyton Wigginton would be the starter for Fargo Moorhead. 2-1 the count on Hill. The pitch. Breaking pitch hit in the air to center field. That's Evan Alexander's territory. Evan drifting back, running, and that ball had some carry. And Alexander getting back to get it. And Evan Alexander puts it away for out number 3. Hill. And, you could say, well, Jack, Rookie of the Year, 10-game winner, Tyler Grauer. You got to remember, he's a young pitcher. This is a guy with a high ceiling that's just kind of making that name for himself. And, it is a challenge. Now, Grauer does have the goods. He has been one of the great stories for Fargo Moorhead this season. There's a number of them, but he really has been one of those great stories. And even better if he can find a way to keep Winnipeg at bay. Here in the top of 2, the Goldeyes will send up Jacob Rhinesmith, Michael Krause, and Kevin LaChance. My time does fly, sitting up here looking at Rick Forney over there at third base coaching box. And we've said this before, these two teams that have played so much in the postseason. Now, majority of that was in the old Northern League. The Redhawks and Goldeyes haven't met for a decade in the postseason as members of the American Association. Grauer throws a strike into Rhinesmith. Rhinesmith on the year hit .276. Jacob was 1 for 2 on Wednesday night with a single, a walk, a sac fly, and a lineout. The pitch, good pitch. Grauer delivers strike 2. But I see Rick over there at third base box and Coaster, and those two guys used to go toe-to-toe against each other back in the day, and now they're managers. Here's the 0-2 delivery. Breaking pitch hit in the air to center. This ball carrying a little bit. Backpedaling is Alexander, and Evans got it. Evans been busy now early in this one. One away, and we go to the right-handed batting Michael Krause, who the Winnipeg Goldeyes made a trade for with the Chicago Dogs. Brought Krause over. Krause is a guy that if you lose him, if you walk him, if he gets on, he can take a bag. And Michael Krause, a base stealer extraordinaire on the year. 38 stolen bases this season. Well, breaking pitch comes a little bit inside to Michael. And because of that, Red Hawks kind of sew up the corners of their infield. Boscan is well off the line at first. Krause, a right-handed batter against a left-handed pitcher. But he is even with the bag. And Pena back a step at third. The 1-0 pitch is in there. A strike on the outside edge. Cloudy, overcast, cool. Temperatures will dip into the 60s somewhere by the end of tonight's game. Started tonight at a cool 73 degrees. The 1-1 pitch inside. But I'd be remiss tonight if I didn't wish Pops, who's tuning in today, Father Roy, 92 years young today. How about that? Made a call over to him, and he was having supper. He's probably kicking back, got that mobile app on tonight, taking in Red Hawks baseball. Swinging a foul tip, strike 2. Loves baseball. Dad was an old catcher. Boy, when you're born in 30, the catcher's gear has changed since Dad's gear in the 40s. Christian Correa behind the dish. Great battery mate of the Red Hawks pitching staff. 2-2 the count. Let's see what Christian calls for here. Here comes the pitch. Fouled back over the top of Newman Outdoor Field. Those retired numbers. There's Jakey Labor. The late Jake Labor, number 19. Joe Mathis, Jeff Bittiger. What a job Bitt did this season once again to help put this team together. Roger Maris and then Jackie Robinson. Those retired numbers here at Newman. Scoreless, 1 out, top of 2. The 2-2 pitch. Fouled away. Krause came in Wednesday night when Max Murphy suffered that just horrendous leg injury. And Murphy had doubled twice in that game. And then Krause came in. He popped out and walked. So he's 0 for 1 in the postseason. 2-2 the count. One thing Winnipeg will do, they will certainly stay in at bats and challenge you. Oh, backdoor breaking pitch. He struck him out. Tyler Grauer, the big sycamore, came in the back door. And there was strikeout number one for Grauer here in tonight's game. We see Kevin McGovern do that so unbelievably well over his career. And Grauer's got that too. A number of Redhawks have some good slide pieces. Joe Jones features a really good one. Trevor Sims has a real good one. And Grauer, that pitch against righties, boy, you see it away. You tend to kind of give up on it, and then it bites back in over the outside corner. Here's LaChance, and the fastball runs away on the right-handed hitter. But Winnipeg is the type of team that is tough because they'll knock the ball around a little bit. You know, Sioux City's like that. They'll knock the ball around a little bit. Tough to put them away. 1-0 pitch is low. We've seen that with Winnipeg in their final series against the Redhawks late in the regular season. We saw it on Wednesday night. So they're going to make you throw pitches. They're going to apply pressure. They're going to get guys on. They're going to move runners over. There's a strike. Not afraid to take a strike or two. Saw Tyler Grauer with a good buddy Carter Woodeel on the American Association report when he was announced Rookie Pitcher of the Year. The 2-1 pitch, fouled back. So he was a guest with Carter and speaks so well, humble young man. He better get used to that because after this season, the career, the numbers he put up, he's probably going to have to do a little bit more of that in his career. Right now, his only concern is getting out number 3 in the top of the second inning of Game 2 of this playoff. Here comes the 2-2. It's just a tad high. Deion Stafford waits on deck for the Goldeyes. 3-2 the count. Winnipeg had 2 on, 2 out in the first inning and flew out to end the inning. The lefty's payoff pitch is away. He walked him, second walk of the game for Tyler Grauer. And that will bring up Deion Stafford. Stafford, I like Deion, the animated guy, passionate player. Deion, very active. Talks at you, chats with you. I think Deion, too, has been not 100% healthy. I'm sure a lot of the guys obviously have something somewhere, but, you know, Deion, too, was limping noticeably, rounding and running the bases the other night. The Stafford fouls one away. But doesn't stop his bat from swinging. Stafford on Wednesday night was 2 for 4. With a run scored. A couple of base knocks for Stafford on the season, Deion. And 63 hits, 19 of those doubles, 8 home runs, did drive in 37. We're in the top of the second inning, 1 on for the Goldeyes, scoreless game. Grauer's pitch, Stafford again, fouls one back. Pena back at third. Dexter, normal depth at short. Peter Maris tugging a little bit closer to the bag at second, out at second base. Boscan holding on with a runner LaChance at first. Grauer ahead 0-2 on Stafford. And in the dirt, one goes, and on to second on the wild pitch goes Kevin LaChance. And now Winnipeg with a runner in scoring position for the second straight inning. Those little things in postseason baseball, we often bring it up. Everything is magnified. Every base counts. Every 90 feet counts. They look back to second. Again, Grauer 1 strike away from getting out of here in the second. The pitch, breaking pitch, just a bit down and in. Stafford sees it low, and it was. Kansas City, the reigning American Association champions. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. There's that changeup. Oh, the big sycamore broke off a branch. Nickel in the bottom of the second, a 5-run second inning to take a 5-0 lead. So good for Fargo Moorhead here in this one today. I mentioned my father Roy's birthday today at 92. Got a text in here from longtime scorer Rob Olson. And we were talking about catcher's gears in the 40s and 50s. And Rob sent me a nice photo. Said my dad was a catcher for James. First of all, I said happy birthday to Roy. And he said, Dad was a catcher for Jamestown College, 1951. And I'm looking at that catcher's mitt. That's the exact mitt we had in our garage growing up, Rob. I don't even think there was padding in those mitts. Well, the top of the third inning, and Tyler Grauer facing the top of the order, and Grauer fires low. The best thing that could happen for Tyler Grauer and the Red Hawks here is have the quickest inning humanly possible after you put up a 5 spot. The only thing you want to do is get 3 outs and get right back to swing it and try to carry that momentum in. The 1-0 delivery, swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch is Reggie Pruitt. Now has a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Lefty ready on the hill, and the 1-1 delivery. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 as he got it past him. Well, the big Sycamore had 2 strikeouts in the second inning. He's got 2 walks, 2 strikeouts in the game as the sun now has made its way out to Newman. And Pruitt fouls away what's left of it today on a Friday. Boy, it's really creating. Look at all this metal around North Fargo now with the new indoor football facility erected this summer beyond the right field wall in the parking lot. Of course, you got the indoor track and field facility. But that sun, as it sets in the west, shoots over towards right field and off those buildings. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Is Tyler Grauer, his 3rd strikeout of the night. That'll bring up Ian Sagdahl. So it's the time at Newman when you have an overcast day, which it's been, and then late in the day, those clouds kind of break up and are moving out, and now you've got clearing plus a setting sun. So you've got all the colors here. You've got still the overcast clouds. You've got the sun breaking through. You've got lights illuminated. You've got the every part you want. Big pitch in there, strike to Sagdahl. Ian singled to right field, his first at bat. Out there in right field is John Silviano. He at Maris. A couple of big home runs in the bottom of the second inning. And the changeup, and a nasty one at that, as Grauer pulled the string. 0-2 the count, and Ian Sagdahl. Don't tell me that Tyler Grauer, well, the Red Hawks were putting up 5 runs. He knows he's got a job to do tonight, but there's something about having a decent lead that certainly helps build that confidence for the young lefty. Breaking pitch, he may have gone around. No, says third base umpire Neil Turner. One ball, 2 strikes. Evan Alexander in center. He's in a strip of sunshine out there. He would need shades. Alec Olin would not, nor would John Silviano. Right now they're being blocked from that sun as Grauer misses down and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. These 3-game series, folks, I'll tell you, you don't win game 1, and all of it, you can feel it. I mean, you feel the pressure. You feel that must win, can't lose. Doing anything you can to force that third and deciding game, and that's what the Red Hawks are doing here tonight. The 2-2 is weakly hit to second. played by Maris. Quickly fields it, throws to Boscan, and there's on number 2. That'll bring up Raul Navarro. And Navarro grounded out to Maris in his first at-bat tonight. Brad Thome, the president of the Red Hawks. We were chatting with Brad today on one of our local stations, 790 KFJO, on the News and Views program. And I've spent all summer and have yet to enjoy the big pretzel here. And bless your heart, Brad, he brings one of these things in the booth today as a strike in there to Navarro. And he is not kidding. It is the actual size of a life preserver, the pretzels here at Newman. 0-1 the count on Raul Navarro. From the set, Grauer and the pitch home. That's a fastball away. I mean, phenomenal. I knew the Red Hawks had great pretzels already, but yeah, that looked like a 10-speed bike tire. 5-0, Red Hawks lead it. We're in the top of the third inning. Grauer to Navarro. And just missed away. Again, the Red Hawks trying to force Game 3, which would be tomorrow night here in Fargo at Newman Outdoor Field. The set by Grauer. And the pitch home. Good pitch. Fouled back. Watch out. Into the suites. Out of the suites. Into the crowd. Onto the steps, rolling out, and someone's got it. Immediately given to a youngster. Look down there. He's eating a bucket of popcorn and now has a baseball. Life's good. 2-2 the count. Navarro tough to put away, and Navarro swings. This one's got a little something behind it. Now drifting in is Alexander, and Alexander makes the catch. It is a 1-2-3 inning for Tyler Grauer. That's just what you want after you put up a crooked number the inning before. Goldeyes out in order. We played 2.5 tonight from Newman. It's Fargo Moorhead 5, Winnipeg nothing. This is FM Red Hawks baseball. Let's see what Tyler Grauer can do here in the fourth. Oh, good movement, but just a bit inside of Washington. Red Hawks in those cherry red tops. You know, the starting pitcher at home is the one that, and a pitch away, ball 2, chooses the uniform. So, had it been Kevin McGovern tonight, the Red Hawks would have been wearing the black jerseys. Kevin likes the blacks. It's Tyler Grauer. He likes those cherry reds. That's one thing the Red Hawks do. They allow the starting pitcher to choose the uniform. Big cut by Washington and a miss. 2 balls and a strike. 5-0. Red Hawks lead. And again, commending Sydney Cast, Miss North Dakota. I believe she, if I'm not mistaken, is from Minot, North Dakota. A tremendous job today singing the anthems here at Newman Outdoor Field. Washington fouls back to the netting. Two balls, 2 strikes, and a big right-handed batting David Washington. 30 home runs this year in the regular season. 80 runs batted in. The pitch, swing and a foul. Which brings you to our initials game tonight. And, boy, it's a playoff night, so for 105 points for every accepted answer, and we'll honor David Washington tonight. What DW would make your life a little bit better? What DW, 2 words we're looking for tonight. What DW would make your life just a little bit better? 2-2 pitch. Little tapper out to second, coming in as Maris, plays it off the lip, flips it on to first for out number 1. What DW? I was going to say a Denver waffle, but I don't think it's an omelet. That's a Denver. That's a DO. So feast on that tonight for your initials game here. Batter is Logan Hill. DW. Logan Hill flew out to end the first inning to center to have Alexander. The pitch here, good pitch. Grauer delivers a strike. Should see the pinkish hue tonight here over the north part of Fargo, North Dakota. Just a gorgeous night for baseball. Cool, but a fall playoff night here at the ballpark. 5-0 Red Hawks lead. The 0-1 delivery. Just a bit down. 1 ball, 1 strike. Not a dirty wiper. How would that make, well, thanks for the effort. How would that make your life a little more dirty? I mean, I guess if you're going to get your car, no, there's no way I can't see it. Can't accept it. There's a swing and a foul off the bat of Logan Hill, 1-2. See, we do refuse some. Shelley tuning in, a big Broncos fan, says, how about a Denver win on Monday night? Yeah, all right, I'll accept. 5 runs, 5 hits for the Red Hawks. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Logan Hill. Grauer with 3 strikeouts tonight as lefty delivers. Steve, just a bit inside. Boy, that pitch nearly coming back over the inner half. Good location. That's a good pitcher's pitch right there. Oh, get about another inch or 2 on that, baby. Logan Hill got some pop. We talk about Logan, 17 round trippers on the year, 13 doubles, and 31 extra base hits on the season, and Hill fouls one off to the left. Well, I have Bronco fans in my family too, so I can understand that. Mike R. says a dishwasher at DW would make your life. That might be the answer. That's it. Automatic. 2-2 the count on Logan Hill. The set by Grauer to pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Oh, the big sycamore came with a changeup. And there's out number 2. Boy, that changeup, devastating pitch. You could see Grauer, and credit to that camera from center field that AA Baseball TV, Chad Eckert and his crew have. You can actually see Grauer, and it's a good thing the opposition doesn't have access maybe to that camera, because you can see him grab that change in his mitt, that big palm, and there is a breaking pitch strike into Ryan Smith. You got 3 fingers draped over that ball with that index and thumb almost connected, and then you're just flipping that ball and throwing it through. 0-1 the count. The pitch, low. 1 ball, 1 strike on Ryan Smith. A dishwasher would indeed make your life a little bit easier and better. 5-0 Red Hawks trying to even up this best-of-3 series. Red Hawks playing him to pull, and Ryan Smith does the exact opposite. Hits it to left field down the line. Olin's got a beat on it, and Alec Olin able to make the catch down the left field line. It's another 1-2-3 inning for Tyler Grauer here. Sunday is an off day. Monday, the divisional series begins, and that too is a best of 3. The Miles Wolf Cup Finals is a best of 5, in case you're wondering. Chris Crick producing our game tonight. Got Bean Dip with us tonight. As Grauer will face number 789 here for Winnipeg. Michael Kraus leading things off, and a pitch a little bit away. Well, the Milwaukee Milkmen had a 6-4 lead going in the bottom of the third inning in Rosemont, Illinois. The Chicago Dogs, though, put up 2. They have tied that game at 6. Grauer's pitch is a strike over the inside corner. Cody Bohannon, a 3-run home run for Chicago tonight. Milwaukee's got a couple. Keon Barnum is homer tonight. Hector Sanchez has a 3-run homer tonight for Milwaukee. That game tied at 6. The pitch, low. And at Impact Field in Rosemont, if she's 6-6 in the third, and we're seeing the offense going, that stadium, that ballpark has a way to generate some runs. Ball jumps around there. We could see a high-scoring affair if the arms do not control. We'll keep our eye on that. But again, Milwaukee leads that 1-0. If they win tonight, they're in the next round. 2 balls and a strike on Michael Krause. Krause caught looking in his first at bat tonight as he sends a bounding ball back up the middle into center field, a base hit. A leadoff single by Michael Krause. You know, that's just the 4th base runner that Winnipeg has had tonight, which is odd. Goldeyes, obviously, Wednesday night, we're putting 2 on an inning, it appeared, and Michael Krause, who .38 bags on the year. Kansas City and Lincoln going tonight. The Monarchs jumped out to a 4-0 lead after 3 innings of play. And then the Salt Dogs got a solo home run from Ryan Long and a 2-run home run from Luke Roskam. And Lincoln is pulled within a run, 4-3. Kansas City leading. It's the top of the 4th inning. So nobody out here at a man aboard for Winnipeg. The batter, Kevin LaChance. Grauer's pitch. LaChance bluffs a bunt and takes a ball. With a 5-0 lead, certainly you could trade an out for a base. Maybe you could trade another base for another out and then go get the third out. But the key word there is out. The look over, and Krause again, always a threat to run. Correa behind the dish as the ball popped up. Foul territory, that'll reach the seats. I always kind of find it, you get the little pop fly, and then your neighbor says duck when the ball's kind of coming at you. Shouldn't you? Got to be a different word you could use that would have you go away from that ball. 1 ball, 1 strike on and the batter, Kevin LaChance. LaChance drew a free pass in the second. Krause got that big lead over at 1B, out near the cut, his right foot out near the cut. And again, Grauer throws over. All those years with the legendary Maury Wills, they talk about leads. Take a lead big enough to draw a throw. That's oftentimes how base runners can look at movements. Get your lead big enough to actually draw a throw over to you. One-way leads, if you will. And again, the throw over by Grauer. Now, with the new baseball rules coming up for Major League Baseball, would that be it? Get the two throws over during one at bat. Alexander straightaway in center. Olin in left. Silviano in right. 5-0. Red Hawks lead. We're in the top of the 5th inning, and there's ball 2, just a bit away. Kane County trying to even their series with Cleburne. And they have a 4-1 lead. Does Kane County, the top of the 6th in Geneva, Illinois. Couple balls and a strike, and ball 3 down and in. And the 8-hole batter, Kevin LaChance. And the last thing Tyler Grauer wants to do is start issuing free passes here to the bottom and watch Winnipeg flip that lineup, because the Goldeyes can put up runs just as quickly as Fargo Moorhead can. Critical inning here for Fargo Moorhead. Tyler Grauer needs to throw it right down the heart of home plate. The lefty's pitch, swing and a miss, and he does. Boy, fastball above the barrel, and the count runs full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now we'll keep a little eye on Michael Krause, the runner at first. Krause again with 38 stolen bases on the year. It's a 3-2 count on LaChance. Will he be in motion here? Or is Winnipeg going to be careful with their base runners? Payoff pitch, fouled back. Looks like Rick Forney. It's one of those spots you're down 5-0. As much as you're Winnipeg and you want to generate, offense and generate run scoring opportunities, you also can't roll the dice enough and run the risk of getting a strike 'em out, throw 'em out here, and all of a sudden, your 5th inning, which right now starts to look promising, ends up with nothing. I'm going to do it again. Grauer versus LaChance. The set and the payoff pitch is hit in the air to right field. John Silviano tiptoeing to his right, backpedals once and makes the catch. Here's out number 1. That'll bring up Deion Stafford. Again, should the Red Hawks win tonight, should this happen, he would force the all-important final game 3 tomorrow here at Newman. Deion Stafford Jr. struck out looking his first at bat tonight. And again, Grauer throws over to first base. Now, Maury would say, I got him, Jack. When he looks home, he throws to first. When he looks to first, he throws home. The pitch, swing and a miss. Like Tyler Grauer, I tell you, I would lose my spleen if I tried to swing at that. That changeup is so devastating. Whether he starts you off with it, at the time that Correa has these guys throw it, he just manages the game so well behind the plate, does Christian Correa. Grauer's ability to reduce that speed and throw that change on a perfect time. Lefty looks over to first. Krause the runner. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and he backed it up. Man alive. 2 in a row. And the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Well, you wouldn't throw that 3 times in a row, would you? The 0-2. Nope. Wasted one away. Michael Krause, a leadoff single up the middle. The chance flew out to right. 5-0 Red Hawks lead. The pitch. Oh, there it is again. Tyler Grauer, the big sycamore, with that changeup, and that is so devastating. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. That's strikeout number 5 tonight for Tyler Grauer. And we go to the top of the order now, Reggie Pruitt Jr. We mentioned today, a little bit cooler here in the Fargo-Moorhead, West Fargo area today. But it's a beautiful, gorgeous night out here tonight. The pitch, there's a plane right now taking off from Hector that's going to fly like, it almost looks like it's right over the top of the lights in left field. It's about to make its way across a little low-flying aircraft. It's the 817. 1 strike on Pruitt. Checking a runner in the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 2 strikes on Reggie Pruitt. This is what Tyler Grauer, the rookie pitcher of the year in the American Association, is showing why here in the 5th inning. After that leadoff single, pitches high, comes back to induce a fly out, gets the big strikeout on Deion Stafford. Young Greta, one of these super girls here, the fans at Newman, starting a big "Here we go Red Hawks" chant in the crowd. 1-2 the count on Reggie Pruitt. Runner going. Pitches popped up. Might be playable. Boscan near the Winnipeg dugout. Right on top of the dugout. He's got it on the railing for out number 3. Manny Boscan comes in to put it away. And how about Tyler Grauer? Daytime signal in the country. And those of you tuning in today on AABaseball.tv, where we sync up that radio call to that web stream. Chad Ekron and his crew got those pictures over there. There's my man Joey to my right. Got the big camera behind home plate. Got that camera in center field. 2 cameras elevated up here. And something new at the American Association, making those streams available to watch these games. First pitch on the way to Ian Sagdahl. Set high in the air to right field, and Winnipeg is on the board. Ian Sagdahl, the first pitch to the top of the 6th inning, as he sends a ball into Albright Boulevard, and the Goldeyes are on the board, trailing it 6-1. Well, Sagdahl, who had 6 home runs in the regular season, and Ian Sagdahl, who is 1 for 4 with an RBI Wednesday night, sends one over the right field wall here at Newman. And once again, I know I was kind of beating the point, but you see how important it was for Fargo Moorhead to flip that 5 to a 6. These are the Winnipeg Goldeyes. This is a team that's playing some really good baseball down the stretch. And here is Raul Navarro. Now you hope that solo shots aren't the ones that beat you as Grauer comes back and delivers a strike. There are no doubt about that. Looked like that ball just hung over the plate, and Sagdahl, great swing on it, sends it to right field. There's a patron out there. Someone was on a skateboard. I see that's perusing near the parking lot there. This field, for those of you tuning in today outside the area, or maybe you've never been to Newman, is on the campus of North Dakota State University in the northern part of the city of Fargo. And Navarro sends a little knuckleball coming in quickly as Dexter got a field and throw. He does. Nice arm, Sam. Slings it on to first for out number 1. And a good job by Tyler Grauer to bounce back and get an out after yielding that leadoff home run. But here, not uncommon to see a lot of activity. You know, students in the dorms that are behind the ballpark here. Maybe if they're out for casual walking. And then across the way behind center field is Dakota Field, which is where the North Dakota State University Bison used to play football. Now they play at the Fargo Dome, which is also in this area beyond the left field wall. But there's soccer games going on tonight. Soccer match, I should say, going on at Dakota Field. So it gets to be a pretty active area here in the fall. Here is David Washington. His right-handed batter. Good pitch. Grauer breaking pitch for a strike. David walked in the first, grounded to second in the 4th. Ian Sagdahl, a solo home run for the Winnipeg Goldeyes here in the top of the 6th. Has cut the deficit for Winnipeg at 6-1. Red Hawks had the lead. The 1-strike pitch. Swing and a miss as Grauer goes back to that off-speed pitch, which has been electric tonight. Effective. It's one thing to have that pitch. It's another thing to be able to throw that at the right times and get swings and misses. And Grauer has shown the ability to do that tonight. 5 strikeouts in the game tonight for the lefty, the rookie pitcher. Washington may have got, they say no. Big check swing, that barrel kind of flashing, and David gets it. Good check for Washington. 1 ball and 2 strikes on David. But Tyler Grauer's had to throw a few pitches, folks. This will be his 103rd pitch of the game. The 1-2 hit in the air towards second and first. Right side of the infield, Boscan says, I have it, and Maris makes the catch. Oh, those guys on the right side. Manny, if you're a fan of volleyball, and I'm a volleyball junkie, having daughters that played that, that's the equivalent of that fake kill, and then someone comes behind and swings, that deal. Manny went over there, made it look like he was going to catch it. Maris, he had it all the way. 2 outs, and here is Logan Hill. It's a Red Hawks team that does not want their season to end tonight. And I know that statement is trite, it's cliche, it's all of that, but they truly do not want this year to end here tonight. The pitch is the changeup low. This team does not want their season to end tomorrow. They don't want it to end next week. You know, this is a team that's been pretty connected all season long, that threw up 64 wins this year. Leading at 6-1. A lot of ball game left is Grauer from the set, the 1-0. Hit in the air to right field into the night. John Silviano drifting back, and Silvy's got it. Well, that ball hung a while in the air, and there's on number 3. Baseball.tv, that view of Dakota Field in the distance where had soccer. Interesting thing, Tom Hoskins, the Red Hawks athletic trainer, on the top of the dugout. His significant other is the soccer coach for NDSU. Helps coaching that. She is. Here's Jacob Rhinesmith. As Grauer, the lefty, from the set, the pitch on the way, and Rhinesmith pulls the ball inside the first base line, scatters the Winnipeg bullpen. John Silviano going to dig it out there, and Rhinesmith is on his way to second. The tag applied, and I'll tell you, the Fargo Moorhead Red Hawks nearly got Rhinesmith at second. He went in standing, and when that ball was thrown in, Dexter grabbed it, immediately applied the tag, and that was a lot closer than it should have been. A leadoff double for Rhinesmith. John Silviano got that ball out, and this is going to be all for Tyler Grauer tonight. So I think we're going to see a pitching change. And for Tyler Grauer, what a night it has been. The rookie pitcher of the year in the American Association. And the pitching change will come. And listen to these fans appreciative of this young left-hander. Named the rookie pitcher of the year in the American Association. Grauer comes out making his first postseason start. 106 pitches thrown tonight, and his night is done. So it's up to the bullpen to preserve it. And the Hawks have won it. The Red Hawks have won it. The Hawks win 8-3 here at Newman. What a night tonight on the north side of Fargo as the Fargo Moorhead Red Hawks stave off elimination, defending their home turf tonight, and it sets up tomorrow for a chance to continue in the postseason in 2022. The final line score, 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Winnipeg. 8 runs, 11 hits, and 1 error for Fargo Moorhead. Grauer the win. 1-0 now in the postseason. Ramirez the loss. 0-1 in the postseason. Red Hawks Club 3 homers. Winnipeg hit a couple. We'll talk about it when we come back on a postgame show. A final tonight from Newman Outdoor Field. The Red Hawks 8. Winnipeg 3. Post-game show is next. This is FM Red Hawks Baseball.